teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will go to work first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback will keep it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Quickly complete. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Bussey. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. We knew coming in that they wanted to push the ball down the field, and they waste no time getting at it.
And I love that, man. I love being aggressive early, setting a tone, sending a message to my team. Listen, we're going to attack down the field. You better be ready for it. This offense comes out, gets the big completion way down the middle of the field.
Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A run for the quarterback. Got the first down himself. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So LSU's offense will have its first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game, and there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
They punted away on 4th down. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Concepcion. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Firing to the right, complete. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Spins away from the defense. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you see the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bussey.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Dropping back, it's Reed. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
From the gun, running back on the move. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Throws for the tight end. Finds his man. It's Sharp. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got the quick pass. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
One of the reasons I love this defense is because their DBs get involved, and they come screaming downfield. That's a pretty good athlete playing quarterback on that run, but because of the speed they have in their secondary, boy, they were able to get to him quickly.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense. There he goes. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Mike Elko's first season in Aggieland started much better than it finished, but a strong recruiting class has them ready to wash away that sour ending from last year.
It wasn't a great ending, but you could see the momentum. You could see the offensive flashes with Reed at the quarterback spot, and you saw the defense with Elko. That's what he does. He does that thing on that side of the football. So now, Jesse, year 2 with an established coach now at your helm.
Yeah, and consistency at the quarterback spot, too. With Connor Wigman and then Marcel Reed and kind of going back and forth, they haven't had that offensively. Having the same guy week in, week out, especially one as talented as Marcel Reed, I think, really sets Texas A&M up for success.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Rides the back and leaves it. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Concepcion. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
You know, on a play like that, 3rd and short, as a quarterback, you're looking for your easiest throw and your shortest throw, and that's to the tight end. He's a big target. He makes the catch. and now the drive stays alive.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Concepcion. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
He's got the tight end. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got it in the middle, it's Craver. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Trying to pound it in. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And with That incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Looking to fire. Wide open downfield. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Sweet cut there. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And now on second down for this offense. Off the play fake. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's got it on the run. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. Sets up the screen. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Moss. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking to throw again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose.
Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Just adds another dimension to this offense, and the Aggies have had quarterbacks who could run over the years.
Yeah, quarterbacks that can run, and I think about those guys too. I think about run, I think about tempo, I think about scrambling around, making plays, just having that dude at the QB spot.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Concepcion. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Off play action. Right down the middle. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Finds his big tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll do it himself. Running to Green. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Caught over the middle, it's Sharp. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's got it on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to beat him to the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese.
Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And they knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Yeah, no mystery there. 3rd down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The give on the option. Got the first down and more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They want to run this quarterback. Got the first down. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And this defense knew coming into the game with this quarterback's speed, David, they were going to have to be ready for him to tuck the ball and take off running.
But it doesn't matter. You know it, but he's so fast. You don't know about the angles, and you can't tell how fast till you get in the game. And he just takes off and makes big plays with his feet.
Direct snap. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Sharp. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Good timing on the quick out. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Sharp. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Caught behind the line. It's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And that one's incomplete.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snags it down the right side. He's loose. Touchdown, Tigers. And that one will give him the lead.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And man, did they finish quickly. A 94-yard touchdown toss. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
I really love this guy running the option. I'll tell you, for years and years and years at Texas A&M, when it came to running the ball, it was mostly turning around and handing it off to a running back. But I like this new look. Getting the quarterback sprinkled into the running game as well, and doing it in the option game is something that I really think gives them a chance to have a different dimension in their offense. They're going to be so much more difficult to stop the more this guy carries the ball.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bussey. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. To the air, it's Reed. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Durham. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and he got nothing. He got no gain. Great job by the defense understanding the situation, understanding, they're not trying to block me. They're trying to make me run upfield. No, sir. Good job being smart, gap sound, not letting the screen beat him. Nowhere to go.
To the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It'll be 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. The give on the counter. Turning it on! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. To the air, it's Reed. Throwing right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
They'll run it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Makes it past the marker. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Finds his tight end. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin them deep. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Unloads it left. The sure hands, it's Concepcion. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. The Aggies with the 1st and 10. They'll try the counter. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Another incompletion on third down.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. On the ground, it's Durham. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab inside the 30. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
He wants it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They'll go with a direct snap. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Looking to pass, it's Reed. Fires to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And I like that a lot by this defense, like understanding this guy's a threat. He's already shown you he will take off and run the football, treating him like a running back, playing pass, but understanding that can happen, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground.
And the returner will be knocked down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. A linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll run the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got room to work. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
To throw, it's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hill. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle. It's Sharp. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Caught over the middle. It's Craver. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I love the play call defensively. Third down, and you're anticipating the quarterback being in the pocket throwing the football, so you dial up the blitz. You get home, you hit the QB, and force the incompletion.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll pull them back to within 6. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. The QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Handoff from the gun. Finding open areas. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Durham. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Complete to the left. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. So an 82-yard drive there. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Looking for room. It's Moss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field. It's Zeno. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to get it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To the ground with the back. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. You string together a few games like this, and all of a sudden you're pursuing Jamar Chase for that single-season receiving record.
And pursuing some postseason hardware too, baby. Like, you're trying to be the best receiver in football. You're trying to be an All-American, and it's plays like this that starts getting that pump going, the hype train going, and at the end of the year you want to be like, best receiver in football? Where's he from? Baton Rouge.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Quickly complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trust.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. To the air, it's Nussmeier. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On the move, it's Durham. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Quick strike through the air for the score. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the breaks free in the middle. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Aggies. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They want that clock to run. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll give it to him again. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. He wants to go deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They're setting up the screen. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Back to throw, it's Zeno. Got it behind the line, it's Moss. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation.
And that's the best formation you practice every single week because you know the ball game is over. We just did enough to get it done. Just watch it tick down to 0 and enjoy the dub.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.